continuing exercise 17b. Now I am taking question number 12. In this question, you are given a parallelogram ABCD in which angle A is 120 degree. DAB means this whole angle A. This is 120 degree. And AP and PB, these are angle bisectors. So angle bisectors means if AP we take as angle bisector, it will bisect the angle DAB, means it will divide angle DAB into two equal parts. Say these parts are 1 and 2, angle 1 and angle 2. So these two angles will be equal. This is what angle bisector is. Same way, PB is an angle bisector. So it will bisect this whole angle B into two equal parts. Suppose these two parts are angle 3 and angle 4. So because this is angle bisector, so angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This is given to you. Now you have to prove that angle APB means this angle is a right angle. So if it is a right angle, that means its measure should be 90 degree. So we have to prove that angle APB is equal to 90 degree. Now let's start with the given data. First, because you are given angle A is equal to 120 degree, but angle A is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. So we will start with this only. Since angle A is equal to 120 degree, this is given to you. Okay. Now divide angle 2 into angle 1 and angle. Divide this angle A in angle 1 and angle 2. So angle 1 plus angle 2, this is equal to 120 degree. Because 1 and 2 both are equal, so we can write angle 1 as angle 2. Why we are converting both the angles in angle number 2? Because angle number 2 is involved in this triangle where we have to find one angle P. Okay, so that's why we are converting angle 1 into angle 2. So angle 1 can be written as angle 2. This is equal to 120 degree. This is why, because angle 1 is equal to angle 2 as AP is angle bisector. This is the reason. This you will mention. So we can write angle 2 plus angle 2 means 2 times angle 2. So 2 times angle 2 is equal to 120 degree. That's why angle 2 is equal to 120 divided by 2. That means 60 degree. So we have found this angle PAB as angle 2, and which is equal to 60 degree. So angle APB is equal to 60 degree we have found. Now see, if angle P is to find, other two angles you should know. So we will find angle 3 also. Then we will apply angle sum property in this triangle. So how can we find angle 3? Because angle 3 and angle 4 are equal, but you should know this whole angle B. So do you know how can we find angle B? Because ABCD is a parallelogram. So here we will use the angle sum property that adjacent angles are supplementary. So angle A, this whole angle, plus angle B will be equal to 180 degree. Alright. So angle A plus angle B, this is equal to 180 degree, being adjacent angle. Because these are adjacent angles, so their sum is equal to 180 degree. Now angle A is given 120 degree. Substitute the value here, 120 degree plus angle B, this is equal to 180 degree. So we can find angle B is equal to 180 minus 120, and this is equal to 60 degree. So we have found angle B is equal to 60 degree. Angle B means angle CBA. Angle CBA. Because if you take triangle APB, then this is angle B only. So better you clarify which angle is angle B exactly. So this whole angle is 60 degree. Now this angle is divided into two equal parts. So each part is equal to 30 and 30. Yeah. So angle B can be written as angle 3 plus angle 4, and this is equal to 60 degree. But because 3 and 4 are equal, PB is an angle bisector. And angle 3 is a part of triangle APB, so we will remove angle 4. So like here, as we had removed angle 1 here, same way we will remove angle 4 here, and in place of angle 4, we will write angle 3 only. This is equal to 60 degree. You will give the reason here, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So angle 3 plus angle 3, 2 times angle 3. So angle 3 we got 60 divided by 2, and this is equal to 30 degree. So actually angle 3 means angle PBA. This is equal to 30 degree. Alright. Now you have to find this angle P. So take triangle APB and use angle sum property here. So first you have to mention in triangle APB, angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle APB, this is equal to 180 degree. And you know the reason. This is angle sum property. The sum of all the three angles in a triangle is 180 degree. Alright. Now here we will put the value of angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 2 is 60 degree and angle 3 we have just found 30 degree plus angle APB, and this is equal to 180 degree. So 60 plus 30, 90 degree plus angle APB, simple linear equation. We have solved so many times. Therefore, angle APB transpose 90 degree on right hand side, you will get the value of angle APB. This is equal to 90 degree. This was the result that you had to prove. So it is done now. Now we are taking question number 13. In this question, you are given a parallelogram ABCD, and this is a straight line EDF which is parallel to diagonal AC. And these angles are given, angle EDA 32 and angle FDC is 26. Now you have to find angle ABC, this angle. This is very easy. Directly you can find this angle without using this parallelogram property or these parallel lines. So how you can find it? Just see this angle 32 and this one 26. If this angle we assume as X, okay. Now can you tell which all these three angles they make? What is the measure of all these three angles together? So if we take 32, then X, then 26. You can see here, this is a straight line. Like if this is a straight line and there are three angles formed in this way. One angle is this, one angle is this one, and the third one is like this. So if we add all these three angles, what will be the measure of this? Because this is a straight line, so the sum of all these three angles measure will be 180 degree, being the straight line. Same method we will apply here. So 32 plus X plus 26, this is equal to 180 degree. So start the solution. 32 degree plus X plus 26 degree. This is equal to 180. As you know, you have to write the reason also. So this is a straight line or straight angle. Whatever you want, you can write. Now add these both. 32 plus 26. This is 58 degree plus x. This is equal to 180 degree. So we have to find this x. Why we are finding this x? You can see the angle that we have to find is opposite to this angle x. This angle x is a part of this parallelogram, and this angle B is also a part of this parallelogram. So many times I explained you, first you see the connection of the angle that you have to find with any other angle in the same parallelogram or in the same triangle. So here we have got the connection of these opposite angles. This angle is to find, so its opposite angle can be found easily. That's why we are finding angle x. So angle x is equal to 180 degree minus 58 degree, and the answer will be 122 degree. So x is equal to 102 degree, now 22 degree. Now angle B is equal to angle x. We have to give the reason. Since angle ABC is equal to x, what is the reason? Reason is they are opposite angle of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. That's why they are equal. So ABC, angle x we have just found 122 degree. Therefore angle ABC is also 122 degree. This was to prove. This was to find. So this is the value. Now question number 15 we are doing. In this question you are given a quadrilateral ABCP, and this AP is the angle bisector of angle DAC. So angle bisector, if AP is bisecting this whole angle DAC, this whole angle, that means angle DAP and angle PAC, they will be equal. We have just done the question based on the angle bisector. Suppose this is an angle and this line is angle bisector. This AP is angle bisector. That means this whole angle, if this is BAC, this whole angle BAC will be divided into two equal angles, and two equal angles means BAP and angle PAC. These are two equal angles. So same is given here. AP is the angle bisector, so it will bisect angle DAC into two equal angles. Suppose these two equal angles are 1 and 2. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2. One more thing is given here. AB side and AC side, they are equal. So if we take the triangle ABC and these two sides are equal, that means triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So in isosceles triangles, the base angles are equal. That means this angle B and angle C, they will be equal, right? So if we give the number, this 3 and 4, so angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Okay, this is the information given by the figure in the question. Now what is to prove? PAC angle. Angle PAC means angle 1 is equal to angle BCA, angle 3. This you have to prove. One more thing you have to prove. ABCP. This is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Already AB is given parallel to PC. This is given in the figure. So let's start. First we are taking this information. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Since AP is angle bisector. This is angle bisector, so both the angles will be equal. So these angles are equal. Now here, what is the relation between 3 and 4? They are also equal. Also, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Why? Since triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So these angles will be equal. Okay, we have found this. Now we have to make two angles equal. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. So how can we take these two angles? Here we are going to use a property. First I explain that property. You can see this whole angle, if we take DAC, this is out of this triangle. So I just explain this property to you. Suppose ABC is a triangle. Okay. So this angle, when we extend one of its side BA, suppose this side we have extended and it goes to D. So angle DAC means this angle. This angle is called an exterior angle. Exterior angle of the triangle. Okay. If we extend any side. Same way you can extend this side also. And you can extend this side also. So this will be an exterior angle. And here this will be an exterior angle. So why we are doing so? Because there is a property of an exterior angle of a triangle. What is that property? So I am taking only one exterior angle, and that is this one. Suppose this is an exterior angle. Alright. So the property is exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angle. Opposite interior angle means there are three angles of this triangle. Yes. This is angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. Now this angle, exterior angle, you can see it is formed when we have extended this line BA, and this angle 1 is here. So don't take this angle 1, other two angles will be opposite interior angle of this exterior angle. Alright. So the property is exterior angle DAC means this angle. This is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. This is the property of triangle. So angle 2 plus angle 3, same property we will use here. That means this whole angle is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. Alright. So take this property and then we will substitute the value of both the angles and solve this. So exterior angle DAC, exterior angle DAC, this is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. Alright. Now divide this angle DAC in angle 1 and angle 2 because it is divided into two parts. So angle 1 plus angle 2, this is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. Now according to our answer, we have to take the data. Which is not required, just remove that data. Which is required, just keep it. So according to the question, PAC, and PAC means angle 1. So we will keep here only angle 1 and 2 we will remove. How we will remove? Angle 2 is equal to angle 1. Both the angles are equal. So we can write angle 1 plus angle 1. Because angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Already we have taken. And same here, 4 and 3. 4 we are not required here. We require angle 3. So write angle 3 in place of angle 4. So angle 3 plus angle 3. So angle 1 plus angle 1 is 2 times angle 1. Similarly, this is 2 times angle 3. And 2 cancel means two parts are equal. Therefore, angle 1 is equal to angle 3. So angle 1 means now you can write the answer in the given form. Angle PAC, this is equal to angle ACB or BCA. Yes, this is proved. Now one more thing you have to prove, that ABCP is a parallelogram. So how you can prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram? If opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal, or same opposite side is parallel and equal. If you remember, in previous video I had explained you how you can prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So I had given you different categories. So any one category you can prove. So here, because AB is parallel to PC already given, if we can prove AP is parallel to BC, then opposite sides are parallel, so this will be a parallelogram. How can you prove AP is equal to, AP is parallel to BC? This we can prove from here. Now you can see here, angle 1 and angle 3. Just focus here, angle 1 and angle 3, they are equal, we have just proved. But these are alternate interior angles, right? Alternate interior angles are equal, then the sides are parallel. Do you remember this property also? Suppose these are two sides and this is a transversal. If alternate interior angles like this and this, if they are equal, then you can say these two lines are parallel. Or if this angle is equal to this angle, they are equal, then also the lines will be parallel because they are also alternate interior angles, right? So we have this type of the angles here in the given figure. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. If these two angles are equal, then the lines, they will be parallel. So these lines will be parallel. So here we have to mention this. Angle PAC is equal to angle ACB. Therefore, AP is parallel to BC. Why? Because angles are alternate interior. Angles are alternate interior. Angle PAC and angle ACB. They are alternate interior angles, therefore these lines are parallel. Now we have got two pair of opposite sides parallel. Now, since AB is parallel to PC, this was given, and AP is parallel to BC, just proved. Therefore, ABCP is a parallelogram. Why? Opposite sides are parallel. So this is a parallelogram. I hope you have understood this question. Now we will do the next question. This is question number 15. In this question you are given a rhombus ABCD in which the diagonal AC and BD, they are intersecting at point O. You have to prove that AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square, means the square of sides or four sides, this is equal to 4 times OA square plus OB square, OA square plus OB square. This result you have to prove. This is very easy question. Just see the question that is to prove. See the data here, AB square, BC, CD and DA. If you see, all these are the sides of the rhombus. So first property, because the diagonals are intersecting, so we will use that property of the diagonal. What is the property of diagonal of the rhombus? The property is they intersect at 90 degree. That means all these angles are 90 degree. So there you can see 4 triangles are there. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are 4 triangles formed by this intersection. So just focus on this triangle ABO. This triangle ABO. If we see this triangle, this is a right angle triangle because this is a 90 degree angle. Okay. So if you remember, in a right angle triangle, the opposite side of the 90 degree is called a hypotenuse. Do you remember the Pythagoras theorem? This theorem is applicable in a right angle triangle. Suppose this angle B is a right angle, 90 degree. So its opposite side, this side is called the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And the other two sides are legs. If you remember, in my one video, I have explained this Pythagoras theorem also. So what is that theorem? The hypotenuse is square means the AC square, this is equal to AB square, the sum of the square of other two sides, means the square of the legs, these two. This is what Pythagoras theorem is. So here in this triangle we will apply Pythagoras theorem only. So AB square is equal to OB square plus OA square. Alright, this is 90 degrees. So this is hypotenuse. So one by one we will take the triangles, or you can take one triangle and other triangles you can write similarly. So the result what we get, so first we will mention the triangle. So in triangle OAB, in this triangle just see, AB square, this is equal to, the hypotenuse square is equal to OA square plus OB square. OA square plus OB square. Mentioned here by Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, we got this result. Suppose this is equation number 1. Okay. Similarly, if we take in this triangle, this is 90 degree. So BC will be the hypotenuse. So BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square, isn't it? Similarly, in this triangle, OCD, CD square is equal to OC square plus OD square. And at last, in this triangle, ODA, AD square is equal to OD square plus OA square. All results are the similar one. So we will not do each and every one. Directly we can write the result. Similarly, one by one we will write the results. BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. Yeah. Third, this is equation number 2. Now in third triangle, CD square, this is equal to OC square plus OD square. OC square plus OD square. This is equation number 3. Now in the fourth triangle, AD square or DA square, this is equal to OD square plus OA square. So this way we have got 4 equations. Now some idea you will get from the result, that is to prove AB square plus BC square means sum of all these. If you see the left hand side of all these results that we have just found, if you add all this, you will get the left hand side of your answer. So just add all these 1, 2, 3 and 4 equations. So when we add equations, we add left hand side with left hand side terms and right hand side with right hand side terms. So all left hand side terms are these. So add this. So here you have to mention add 1, 2, 3 and 4. So just write adding 1, 2, 3 and 4 equation. Okay. What do we get? AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. This is equal to. This is all left hand side is. Now add right hand side of each. So first right hand side, OA square plus OB square. Second right hand side, OB square plus OC square. Then OC square plus OD square. Then OD square plus OA square. So we have added all the left hand side and all right hand side terms together. Now what we will do? Just see. See the answer that is to prove. In your right hand side answer, left hand side answer is matching with the this. Yes. But right hand side answer is not matching. How it will match with this answer? That is to think. See the answer. In this answer, only OA and OB are there. OC and OD are not there, right? So anyhow we have to remove OC and OD. How we can remove OC and OD? Here again we will use the diagonal property of the rhombus. Diagonal of a rhombus, they bisect each other. Bisect each other means here they are intersecting. That means OD is equal to OB, right? And OC is equal to OA. This is the diagonal property of the rhombus. This property we will use. Either you mention this property in the beginning, or when you put the values, then you can mention in the bracket. Both the ways you can do. So I am doing it here. The right hand side, from here I am doing it here. Get the sufficient space. So AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. I have copied on left hand side of this. Now in right hand side, I will put the value. OA square is required in the answer, so I am copying OA square. OB square is also given in the answer, so we will copy OB square also. Now the third term, OB square, copy this also. So all these terms we have taken. Now OC square. So in the answer you can see OC square is not given. So but OC is equal to OA, right? So just substitute the value. In place of OC you can write OA square. This is taken. I am marking the tick so that no term is left. Again OC square. So again you will put here OA square. Then OD. OD is this. And OD is equal to OB. They bisect. So both these parts are equal. So in place of OD, we will put OB square. This is taken. Now the next OD, again OB square. And at last OA square is in the answer. So we will not change. So all the terms are either OA square or OB square. So we have removed OC and OD. Now you have to give the reason why you have removed them. So here in the bracket you can give the reason. Since OC is equal to OA and OD is equal to OB. Diagonal bisect each other. That's why OC is equal to OA and OD is equal to OB. We have given here the reason. Alright. Now you collect how many OA square are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here collect all OA square. We get 4 OA square. Now you collect OB square. 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 OB square. Now just to match it with the answer, we can take 4 as common from these two terms. If we take 4 common, we get OA square here. If you take 4 common, OA square will remain here and OB square will remain here. I hope you know how to take common. So OA square. And the left hand side answer is already matching with this answer, that is true, plus DA square. So this is the answer matching with your answer asked. So I hope you have understood this.